Alternate Universe Fanfiction, Chapter 1. Is this even a good idea? Adrienette says worriedly when her friends pull the hat over her head. They laugh as if her worries were a silly notion. Okay, maybe that's actually true, because it's her own doing this. I'm not that good of a singer, she continues. Alia snorts and all but tosses her the sheet music. 1. It's not like we're Broadway stars either, Alia states. And 2. You can sing better than you're admitting to, and you know that we know that. The brunette says, placing a hand on her hip as Marinette ducks her head down. Come on, stop being so shy. She laughs, wrapping her friend into a hug. It's fun, and you might just meet some new friends. Marinette grumbles begrudgingly that Alia is right. Marinette has known her friends for nearly a decade now, and therefore they know everything about her. Whether that's a good thing or not. Normally it's the best thing ever, still being so close to the girls that she met in homeroom so long ago. However, in this situation, it's annoying because she can't even try to convince them that she doesn't like to sing or can't sing, because these are the same girls who came to her fall, winter, and spring chorus concerts from grades 9 to 11. They know she likes to sing, and therefore there is no way that Marinette can even manage to get out of Christmas caroling. Not that she hates Christmas songs, it's quite the contrary actually. It's just that she just moved into the city by the urging of her friends, and this is not the first impression she wants to give. She's only been here for a couple of months and still getting used to the bigger city life. Sure, she was born in Paris and her family stayed here for a while, but by age 5 they had decided to move to a more tight-knit town, and Marinette spent her life there. It wasn't until she was 14 and moved once more that she met her long-life friends on the first day of high school. Now, with them moving out to Paris again, she's been pulled along for the ride. Come on, Rose says, giggling and hugging her shoulders. You look so great in the hat, and you'll have so much fun, she promises, thinking of it like meeting new people around the city. Marinette rolls her eyes. Yeah, like, that's the first impression I want to give them, singing holiday songs to them at night. I'm sure that'll build my connections, she said sarcastically. Julka laughs as Rose chastises her for passing her snarkiness to the rest of the group. It'll be fun, Alia says with a laugh. And who knows, maybe you'll make some friends while we're at it, she winks, so long as they don't replace us. Marinette chuckles. That wouldn't even be possible. Okay, Marinette has to admit, because she's not actually a total Grinch, that caroling with her friends is so much fun. She's 26 years old, and it's been a long time since she's felt like a teenager again. Most people love their singing, opening the doors wide even though it lets in the cold air, and even calling down the rest of the family to listen. Marinette's always loved spreading love and joy and making people smile. She was well known back in high school for being part of nearly every club, so caroling is admittedly a really great thing for her. It's only been about an hour and they've made it down 5 houses, which is way more than she expected. Alia stares at her with a smug grin when she finally admits how fun it is. Okay, fine, Marinette says, throwing her hands up. This is the best way to spend our Christmas Eve night, she cries out. Christmas Eve is what the girls used to celebrate since back in the days before. Christmas Eve is what the girls used to celebrate since the days before Christmas were always spent with their families back in their schooling days. Alia laughs and jabs at her side, making Marinette jump and attempt to do it back. What ends up happening is 2 women chasing each other around and laughing as their toes get frostbite. Rose, Julika, and Milan are only encouraging the chaos. Why are we like this? Alia shouts when they nearly fall into the snow. I don't know, Marinette yells back, ducking so Alia can't pull her down to the ground. This is high school all over again, Julika mutters with a shake of her head, but there's a grin on her face because honestly, this is one of the funniest things she's seen in a while. Next house, guys, Rose says, finally getting everyone back on track. They all take a breath and try to present as, normal, even though Alia has snow on the side of her jacket and the top of Marinette's hat is damp. They all giggle to themselves because, once again, they've been reduced to teenagers. The next house they come across is farther down the street and the last one to go. It is, to put it lightly, really, really freaking big. It is a massive house with God knows how many stories. There are giant windows on each side, but with curtains to cover up the view. Marinette stops and gapes because who is so wealthy that they own such a large plot of land? It is such a beautiful house. There is no doubt about it, especially since the owners have clearly decided to take the time to hang Christmas lights on the roof trims. She can only guess how long it took them and how many people had to help. Marinette steps forward to walk down the path to the front door because, there needs to be a pathway through the immaculate landscaping. She has never seen such beautiful bushes and trees in the dead of winter before. When she feels a pull on her shoulder, she turns around to see Alia shaking her head. "We don't go to that house," Alia says with a frown. Marinette looks to her perplexed. "Why?" "Because the person living at that house absolutely hates everyone, especially new strangers." Juleka explains. Rose laughs and teases the black and purple-haired woman by saying, "That's you in a nutshell." Juleka rolls her eyes back at her. "Girl, you know I'm antisocial, before and forever, but not even that badly," she says, and everyone just laughs, thinking of the many times that Juleka has scared away an annoying underclassmen from their lunch table for them. The owner, he's an elderly man who actually hates everyone. The first year we caroled, he just slammed the door in our faces. The second, he didn't even open up the door, just shouted us through the doorbell to get off his property. Her look darkens. We haven't been back since. Marinette looks at the house, feeling kind of disappointed that such a nice house that looks so much like a winter wonderland houses such a grumpy old person. Guess some people were just too unexpected. "This is the first time that there are lights, though," Milan points out. "Usually it's all dark." "That's true," Ollie hums. "Maybe he's getting more Christmassy?" Juleka looks at them skeptically. "Is that really something we want to risk?" "Totally," Marinette says without missing a beat. Everyone should get holiday cheer, even if someone's not religious. Nothing's wrong with giving them some happy songs in the cold winter to cheer them up. Maybe they've decided to open up to the holiday spirit. Though with slight hesitation, everyone does agree to give it a go. Marinette's a bit nervous, but she's also excited. This might be her chance to change someone's mind about the holidays. She wonders what made the owner of the house so grumpy, so spiteful. Maybe he lost his wife and now can't stand to be alone? Marinette's saddened by that thought. Losing a loved one really does hurt, and it would be awful to be alone on Christmas of all days. Marinette rings the doorbell and steps back. She can feel all of her friends holding their breaths from when the door opens. Marinette prays and hopes that this is a good idea, that they made the right choice to try and help someone who doesn't like the cheery holidays to realize that it's actually really fun. She really, really, really hopes that they don't get yelled at. When the door opens, though, it reveals not an elderly man with a scowl, but a young man, looking about their age with blonde hair, bright, confused green eyes, and a black sweater, peering at them with shock and interest. Marinette is utterly shocked, and so is Alia, Juleka, Rose, and Milan. Everyone is stuck in a silence. Him, her, literally everyone. It is so quiet, you can hear the pitter-patter of water dripping down an icicle to the ground. "Hello?" he says, finally breaking the trance. "Oh, you are not who we thought was going to open the door," Alia blurts out. Rose gasps out, "Alia!" The brunette is sheepish and mutters out an apology. Blonde-haired man looks at them, very confused, but he doesn't look angry at least. Marinette clears her throat and gives him a small, apologetic smile. "Sorry, she just means she's surprised. We just, we wanted to come sing some Christmas carols. We thought someone else who lived here who didn't like Christmas caroling, but I guess we were wrong, so, we're here to sing songs," Marinette sputters out. Instantly, the man smiles kindly and everyone is relieved. "You must have met my father," he said with a small laugh. "He doesn't really like being bothered, so he moved last May," the man explained. "I'm Adrien. It's nice to meet you all, and I would love to hear some Christmas carols." Marinette smiles at him. "I'm Marinette. That's Rose, Julika, Milan, and Alia." She points to each person in question. "We have some prepared," she says in a joking way. The grin Adrien gives her is so bright and warm, she wonders if he's just been alone in that giant house the whole time. "Go ahead." Truthfully, Marinette has never seen someone light up so much from hearing the nostalgic Christmas songs. She's not even sure he knows the words, judging by his incorrect mouthings when they sang "Hark the Herald Angels Sing." But he seems to love every second of it. It's almost, dare she say, adorable how much he gets into it. He doesn't call for anyone to come down the clearly massive staircase behind him, and nor does he have anyone else run towards the door to see what all the fuss is about, so Marinette gathers that he actually has been alone this whole time. Her heart almost droops for him, but other than that, he seems so upbeat that she's glad he's not taking the loneliness too terribly. "You guys are really good at singing," he compliments them when they finish. Why, thank you, kind sir," Marinette says teasingly. She swears she catches a slight blush on his cheeks. "Seriously, though, thank you for taking the time out of your night to hear us sing," she says. Adrien shakes his head. "No, thank you for coming to sing. That's the best thing to happen to me all break." "Well, we are to be in a service," Rose laughs. The girls bid him goodbye and head down the path. "Well, that went well," Marinette admits. Alia looks at her with a knowing look and impish grin. "I think he likes you. Did you see the blush?" she says, and everyone agrees with excitement. But Marinette just rolls her eyes playfully and grins. "Shut up." Never. It's only when they reach down the driveway that they finally hear the footsteps behind them. When Marinette turns, she sees Adrien, nearly running towards them. His eyebrows raise in concern. I'm sorry, this is kind of strange, but can I go to the next house with you guys?" he started out. "It was so fun to hear you guys sing, and I kind of wanted to join, if that's okay with you all, and if it's not, that's totally fine, and I get that, so don't feel like you have to say yes or anything, because it's fine if you don't, and I won't be mad if you say..." "Adrien!" Marinette says, kind of loudly, cutting off his rambling. "Of course you can come join us," she says with a smile. He sheepishly grins back and nods. "He likes you," Alia whispers in her ears. Marinette smacks her in the side, but not without a grin, because Adrien's smile is actually adorable enough to get her to admit to at least herself that she thinks she kind of likes him too.